I'm Ben. This is Elena, and together with my Uncle Chris, we're fixing up a schooner called Mahalo. We quit our jobs and step by step our dream of sailing around the world is coming true. Join us every week for a new adventure and see what Mahalo has in store for you. Hey guys, so this week on Mahalo we're talking about moisture. So we have a very wet boat. We have lots of blisters. Let's dive in with Elena and Chris, who are going to talk a little bit more about what we're doing, and we'll get you started.
So today we are measuring the moisture of the boat. We are using a moisture meter to spot the area where there is problem. So we can either measure at 10 millimeters or 25 millimeters. We choose to use 10 millimeters because we already remove gel coat and a lot of stuff, so it's not very thick what we have to measure. When you use it, you have to hold it on the top and bottom to be sure to not interfere with the humidity with your hands. Then you just move the tool to spot an area where it's wet. For example, here I measure 14% of moisture, so I will mark it a point. Besides that, we are also circling in red all the blister of the boat, so all the spots that are kind of white mean that there was water inside and it has to be removed, so we grind it and we will put new layer of good stuff on it. So you can take a look, it's all the red stuff to work on.
Going crazy, circle crazy, circle crazy. Oh.
So because if I stand in the dust and can't see anymore the small white spots, if the glasses are totally covered with dust, we mark it red, and then I can grind it part by part to get all those bubbles open and get a good connection to the base of the boat. Sometimes we are not just nearly to the pipes, yeah? There are just parts in the middle which are looking horrible for a boat which is only 11 years in fresh water. It's hard to believe that the delamination can just go so fast and so hard. So all over in the middle of the shit, we got a lot of work on the hull. We did already a lot of work just removing all the paint and the gel coat, a lot of thinking about how to do, and you learn a lot. Yeah, that's it. We learn how boats work and what boat you should buy and what not. Even it looks like that.
What we discovered next was rather unexpected.
Hello!
We found water, and lots of it. Like most other cord fiberglass boats, Mahalo has layers of fiberglass on the outside and inside of the hull. But where our boat differs from others is her core. No wood or foam, but plastic pipes. We believe that over time, the water that got into the hull by osmosis slowly seeped into the pipes as well. Why didn't that one register more? This is the biggest water deposit we have found in the boat so far. It is pouring onto the ground. What do you think? And again. It's kind of unbelievable, but now we have to find every single filled pipe. Otherwise, Mahalo may never dry out. In charge, telling us anybody where to drill holes.
What happened?
Again, the moisture values are deceptive. I was sure I found a place with water inside, and we drilled a hole and nothing came out. It's frustrating. The moisture meter isn't very accurate in finding pure water, so we have to make a hole in every single pipe on the boat. We have found a really wet spot over here. So what we've been trying to do, so the boat itself is made up of pipes, as you've heard before, and we're trying to find the end of the pipes, so some of them are sort of glued or just glued at certain areas. So we've investigated the line here, and then we're drilling holes at the end of the pipe. The boat is going sloping this way, so all the water is collecting at the bottom point here. It's all, every single pipe we're drilling on is having water inside, so we're just continuing. We're not trying to make lines of holes, we're just sort of, trying to keep our spacing So let's see if we can find another one here. So just like that, we're continuing on along the boat, trying to find the places with the most water, and that way we get the boat dry quicker. Once a hole is drilled, we mark it with tape and add a piece of cloth to wick all the residual water out of the pipe. Some pipes weren't drenched, but once we added a wick, water slowly collected on the towel.
So those just hanging here, getting wet, and then if you get a lot of liquid, they are just dripping. If you get only a little bit of liquid, they just get wet on the top. So we get a lot faster drying inside than without those through the hole.
So we're using capillary action.
Yes.
Our method for removing residual water is to add a cotton towel to each hole after drilling. With the help of capillary action, our pipes dry quicker. This method can also be used for water trapped in delaminated layers.
We have a lot of work, a lot of holes to drill, because also the pipe is not one pipe together from the front to the back. They are just segmented pipes, so we have to check each segment. So that means a lot of holes. Strike.
We got a wet boat. Hole after hole, pipe after pipe. We figure we will drill about 2,500 holes before we have all pipes drained. So that's what we're doing at this point. If you want to know a little more, drop a comment down below. Otherwise, like, subscribe, and see you next time.